good, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy Chaos here, back with another best team video. The best team is a full 6 Pokemon team designed to take on a specific Pokemon game. This team deals with the gyms, rival, evil team, and champion of a Pokemon game. You can check out all the research for the series in the description below, as I've been building the best team and playing through the game live here on the channel, which I find it to be important to test out the team rather than just theorize the team and give it to you guys to use yourself. Before we jump into the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and check out some of the other content on the channel. If you like Pokemon, there's plenty of Pokemon content for you, so make sure you check all of that out. With that being said, let's dive into the best team for Pokemon Shield. Each best team begins with choosing a starter Pokemon, since it is the first obtainable Pokemon you get in the game. All 3 of these starters are really good, but Cinderace has a significant edge to be the most useful throughout a playthrough. For a final moveset, use Pyro Ball, Fire Punch, Assurance, and U-Turn. Pyro Ball is an evolution move, Fire Punch is a TM available in Winden, Assurance is a TM found on Route 7, and U-Turn is found as a TM in Glimwood Tangle. Cinderace takes care of Hopped Corviknight and Rillaboom. Bede's team, once it has access to U-Turn. Marnie's team, especially the Toxicroak with Dry Skin, because it makes it weak to fire. Milo's team, Akabu's Scorch, Alistair's team, Opal's Mawile, Melanie's team with Caution on her Lapras, Pierce's team barring Skuntank, Ryan's Duraludon, Team Yell, Marco Cosmos, Grunts, Oleana's Frostlass and Serena, Chairman Rose's team, and Leon's Aegislash, Dragapult, and Mr. Rhyme. Cinderace is especially great at the end of the game when you're dealing with all the steel types of Macrocosmos, and it's probably why Cinderace gets such an edge over the other 2 starters as the best starter in this game. We now need to build a team around Cinderace to support the sections of the game where we can't rely on our starter and where Cinderace has weaknesses. Our first addition to the team, Bolton, helps deal with our water weakness. Yamper can be found on the first couple of routes in the game, so make sure you pick one up on your journey. Bolton's final moveset should be Spark or Thunderfang, depending on if you want to use accuracy or if you want to take advantage of the biting boosting moves and strong jaw ability. Crunch, also Play Rough, and Wild Charge should be added to this moveset. Spark is learned at level 20, Thunderfang is a TM bought in Hammerlock after the 6th gym, Crunch is learned at level 34, Play Rough is learned at level 55, but I do recommend finding this as a TR in the wild area, and Wild Charge is a level up move. Bolton's deals with Hopped Cramorant and Corviknight, Bede's Psychic types, Marnie's team barring Toxicroak, Nessa's team, Alistair's team, Opal's Togekiss, Melanie's Lapras, Pierce's team barring Skuntank, Ryan's Dragon-type Pokemon, Team Yell, Oleana's Frostlass and Milotic, Leon's team, except for Haxorus. Another good coverage mon we can find alongside Bolton is Lotad, which is also found on the other routes of the game. Ludicolo gives us access to deal with our rock and ground weaknesses that are shared between members of our team. Ludicolo's final moveset is Giga Drain or Energy Ball, Scald, Ice Beam, and Focus Blast. Giga Drain is a level 1 move. The rest of this moveset requires hunting down TRs in the wild area. Unfortunately, many of the good moves were converted into TRs in Sword and Shield and not just regular TMs that you find throughout the game. I know that sometimes finding these moves can be tedious, but it is really worth having this moveset for Ludicolo. And I would recommend spending time at the beginning of the game once you have access to the wild area like I did to find all these TMers, so that way you can teach them to your mon when you deem necessary. Ludicolo helps deal with Hops, Silly Cobra, Double, and Snorlax, Marnie's team barring Toxicroak, Nessa's team especially her Dreadnought, Kabu's team with Caution, Alistair's Yamask and Chandelure, Melanie's Lapras if needed, Pierce's team barring Skuntank, all of Ryan's Pokemon, Team Yell, Marco Cosmos, Oleana's Milotic, Chairman Rose's team barring a Scavalier, and Leon's Dragapult, Haxorus, and Teleon, and if you're daring, Leon's Charizard. To fill a couple of our holes, let's go back to the first couple of routes and let's get a Zigzagoon to add to the team. Obstagoon's final moveset should be Night Slash, Headbutt, or Facade if you have Guts, Brick Break, and Obstruct. Night Slash is an evolution move, Headbutt is learned at level 12, Facade can be found on the Motostoke Riverbank as a TM, Brick Break is a TM found on Route 8, and Obstruct is an evolution move. Obstagoon helps deal with Hop's normal types, Bede's team barring Mawile with Caution, Marnie's team, barring Toxicroak and Grimmsnarl, Alistair's team, Melanie's team, barring Frostmoth, Pierce's team, barring Skuntank, Ryan's Duraludon, Team Yell once it has a fighting type move, Marco Cosmos, Oleana's Frostlass, Rose's team, including barring the Escavalier, and Leon's Aegislash if you can dodge Sacred Sword, his Dragapult, and his Mr. Rhyme. I've said a lot of barring 1 or 2 Pokemon with this team so far, and currently we just don't really have an answer to the Poison type. But our final 2 team members take care of that problem. Gardevoir is the first addition to the team to solve this issue. You can find Gardevoir as a Ralt in the wild area. Just make sure you have the right weather conditions when you're hunting, otherwise it will not appear. We are using Gardevoir over Gallade because we have fighting coverage in Obstagoon, and the fairy typing is incredibly useful for some of the tough fights in this game, making Gardevoir way better than Gallade. The final moveset for Gardevoir is Moonblast, Psychic, Energy Ball, and Shadow Ball. Moonblast is a level 1 move, Psychic is learned at level 42, or you could opt to find the TRs for Psychic alongside the ones you already need to gather for Energy Ball and Shadow Ball. I would recommend having this completed moveset by the time you head to Hammerlock for the first time, so definitely would recommend grabbing a TR for Psychic on your way. Gardevoir helps deal with Obstagoon, Bede's team, barring Mawile, Marnie's team, including her Toxicroak, Nessa's team, if you have grass coverage at that point, you might have Magic Leaf instead of Energy Ball, or you might have found the TM for Energy Ball, so whichever one you want to use here. Alistair's team, if needed, Opal's Weezing, Melanie's Lapras, Pierce's team, except for his Skuntank, Ryan's team, except Torkoal, with caution, dealing with Duraludon, because it's a Steel type, Team Yell, Oleana's team except for Serena, and Leon's Aegislash, Dragapult, and Haxorus with caution because it does have both stat moves that are super effective against Gardevoir. Our final team member is our counter to the remaining needs on our team. Excadrill can be found in Galar Mine at number 1. And in the best team for Sword, I did use Mudsdale for this slot as a ground-type Pokemon. And while Mudsdale is also good, Excadrill gets access to some coverage that I find extremely useful for this team. Exdrill has utility that makes it able to beat some of the hardest matches in the game, including Kabu and Leon. I also recommend using a Sand Rush Excadrill because you have an ability to set the sand with max Rockfall in gym fights and in the tournament at the end of the game. Excadrill should know Earthquake, Iron Head, Rock Slide, and X-Scissor. Earthquake is learned at level 52, or you can pick up the TR. Iron Head is a TR, X-Scissor is a TR, and Rock Slide is learned at level 28. I will say make sure you have Rock Slide before you fight Kabu because it's incredibly important to be able to beat that fight. Excadrill deals with Obstagoon and Pincurchin and Rillaboom if you need it. Bede's team, Marnie's team with caution on the Scrafty, Kabu's team, Alistair, Chandelure, and Gengar, Opal's team, Melanie's team with caution, Pierce's team including his Skuntank, Ryan's Gigalith, Torkoal, Turtonator, and Duraludon, Team Yell with X-Scissor, Marco Cosmos, Oleana's Frostlass, Salazzle, and Garbodor, Chairman Rose's whole team, and Leon's Aegislash and Charizard. I recommend taking advantage during the battles with Kabu, Ryan, and Leon with Sand, especially as a way to outspeed and beat Leon's G-Max Charizard. Well, that's the best team for Pokemon Shield. As I have mentioned, the full playthrough was streamed live here on this channel, so feel free to take a look at the individual matchups there if you have any questions about how it would work in theory in the game. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of the team in the comment section down below, and if you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content from me. I do a lot of Pokemon content here, so if you like Pokemon, you're sure to enjoy the rest of the content I have to offer on this channel. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm Chaos, signing off. Stay safe, and as always, bird it up.